Good day everyone. I am Mary Jane Dudas and welcome to my YouTube's channel again. This time, magsosolve ulit ako ng problem. At ngayon naman is tungkol sa corporation accounting. So bale, sinulat ko na yung problem. At ngayon, babasahin ko muna yung requirements. Requirements. 1. Journalize the above transactions. Number 2. Prepare a shareholders' equity section of the statement of financial position as of December 31, 2020. So, bali ang kailangan lang is journal entry at saka yung shareholders' equity section at December 31, 2020. So, ngayon is babasahin ko na ang problem. Pen and Paper Company began operations on January 1, 2020. Authorize 100,000 ordinary shares of 100 par value and 50,000 cumulative preference shares of 10% 100 pesos per value. The following transactions involving shareholders' equity occurred during the first year of the operation. January 1. Issued 10,000 ordinary shares to the promoters in exchange for land valued at 2,500,000 and services valued at 500,000. The property had the promoters cost the promoters 1,800,000 3 years before and was carried on the promoters' books at 1,500,000. So, bali dito daw is nag-issued si company ng ordinary shares in exchange for land which is valued 2,500,000 and for services valued 500,000. So, bali ang magiging journal entry natin is debit land amounting to 2,500,000 pesos. Another for services naman which is magiging journal entry natin is organization expense. Expense siya. Amounting to 500,000 pesos. So, para makuha natin yung amount ni ordinary shares is itatimes natin si 10,000 sa par value which is 100 pesos. Lagi nang itatimes natin si ordinary shares is at par value which is 10,000 times 100 equals 1 million. At yung excess naman sa pag-i-issue ng shares is ilalagay natin sa share premium. Lagyan na natin ng ordinary. Amounting to 2 million. Kasi yun ang expense. Ang excess. For number 2, February 20. Issued 15,000 preference share for 120 per share. The entity paid 50,000 to an agent for selling the shares. So, bali, nagkaroon tayo ng 15,000 issuance preference shares at 120 pesos per share. At nagkaroon din tayo ng pagbabayad natin sa agent natin. So, bali, ang lalagyan ko muna is yung issuance natin. February 20. Debit cash. So, bali, times natin si 15,000 sa 120 which is 1,800,000. Another, credit, preference shares. At par din natin iaano si preference shares which is 100 din ang ating par value. 15,000 times 100 equals 1,500,000. So, ang excess natin is sa share premium pa rin. Lagyan na lang credit share premium preference. Lagyan natin para magkaroon tayo ng pagkakakilanlan, which is 300,000 ng ating excess. So, another naman is lalagyan natin yung issue 1, ay yung pagbabayad natin sa agent, which is gagawin na magiging salaries expense kasi agent natin siya, kailangan niya ng bayad. Debit salaries expense for 50,000 pesos. Credit cash, tabawasan si entity ng 50,000 na cash. Okay, tapos na. For March 20, sold 25,000 ordinary shares for 260 per share. Issue cost amounted to 200,000. So, sa March 20 naman is nag-sold ulit tayo, nag-issue ulit tayo ng shares ordinary pero 260 na siya. Bale, March 20, debit cash kasi yun yung ibinayad sa atin. 25,000 times 260 equals 6,500,000 pesos. Credit natin is ordinary shares kasi ordinary shares yung in-issue. Sabi ko nga at par natin siya i-record. Bali, 25,000 times 100 equals 2,500,000. So, ang excess nga natin is a share premium. Kasi, siya yung ating mga reserves. Amounting to 4 million. So, next is yung ating issue cost amounted to 200,000. So, ang i-debit natin is organization expense. Kasi expense siya. Which is 200,000. Credit cash. Kasi cash naman yung ipinambayad natin sa kanya. Okay, tapos na. April 1 na tayo. Sold 20,000 ordinary shares under share subscription at 350 per share. No share certificate are a subscription contract is paid in full. No cash was received. So, dito naman is nagkaroon tayo ng subscriber. Meaning, may gustong maging shareholders natin kaso hindi pa sila bayad sa kanilang sinubscribe na shares. Magkakaroon tayo ng receivable sa kanila. At sabi, wala pa daw silang down payment. Kaya, ang magiging entry natin is debit subscription receivable for ita-times natin yung 20,000 na subscribe sa atin at 350 per share. So, 20,000 times 350 equals 7 million. So, ang credit natin is subscribe ordinary share. Kasi nga, hindi pa naman talaga nila hawak ang ordinary shares. Subscribe pa lang nila yon. At yung 20,000 natin is ita-times natin at par value. 100 pesos. 20,000 times 100 pesos equals 2 million. At yung excess na 5 million is sa share premium natin ilalagay. Credit share premium. amounting to 5 million. So, April 8, reacquire 5,000 ordinary shares at 300 per share. So, meaning, binili ni corporation ang sarili niyang share. Bale, magkakaroon tayo ng treasury shares. April 8. Debit treasury shares. So, yung 5,000 natin is ita-times natin sa 300 at yun yung tinatawag natin cost. Bali, 1,500,000 pesos. Magkakaroon tayo ng treasury shares. Hindi na siya magiging outstanding shares. Kasi hawak na siya ni corporation, ni treasury. Hindi ni shareholders. Credit cash. Nabawasan tayo ng cash 1,500,000 pesos. July 15. Exchange 12,000 ordinary shares and 20,000 preference shares for a building a per value of 7 million. The building was originally purchased for 6,500,000 by the owner and has a carrying amount of 4,800,000. In addition, 10,000 ordinary shares were sold for 3 million cash on the same date. Meaning, meron tayong ordinary shares and preference shares na in-issue kapalit ng building na 7 million. At meron din tayong in addition na 10,000 ordinary shares na in-issued natin for cash na 3 million. So, magkakaroon tayo ng debit na cash for 3 million and debit building for 7 million. So, bali pag-add na lang natin yung ordinary shares na 12,000 and 10,000 na in addition, bali 22,000 yung in-issue natin na ordinary shares. At meron tayong 20,000 na preference shares. So, ita-times natin yung 20,000 sa 100 at 22,000 sa 100 para makuha natin yung preference shares at ordinary shares. Credit preference shares for 2 million and ordinary shares for 2,200,000 pesos. So, may excess. Ilalagay nga natin siya sa share premium. Prep and share premium ordinary shares. So, para makuha ko yung share premium ni ordinary and share premium ni preference shares is hinati ko sila sa ratio na kung saan yung excess ni ordinary shares dun sa cash na 3 million is 2 million yung share premium niya dun sa 3 million na cash. Tas dun sa building naman is meron tayong excess na 3,800,000 pesos. So, bali yung 3,800,000 pesos ko is tinimes ko para sa kanilang ratio which is 12/32 for ordinary and 20/32 sa preference. So, bali, ang magiging amount nila is 1,425,000 pesos for ordinary and 2,375,000 for preference. So, bali, inad ko lang si 2 million sa 1,425,000 para makuha yung share premium ni ordinary. Which is, ang magiging sagot ay 3,425,000. At kay share premium ni preference naman is 2,375,000. So, tapos na. For July 20 naman is declared a 2 pesos per share cash dividend payable on September 20. So, nagkaroon daw siya ng dividends payable. So, para makuha yung mga outstanding share is ipag-add natin sila. And then, minus yung treasury shares for ordinary shares. Kaya, nakuha natin is 72,000 shares. And for preference shares naman is 35,000 shares. So, ang sabi kasi sa problem is cumulative 10%. So, para makuha natin yung kay preference share is ita-times muna natin sa 2 pesos 35,000 times 10% para makuha natin ang kanyang ang cash dividend. 10% siya. So, nalaglag. Which is 7,000. Tapos, 72,000 shares is times 2, which is 144,000 shares. So, bali, ang magiging debit natin is retained earnings kasi doon natin mina-minus ang mga dividends. July 20. 2020. Debit retained earnings. Pag-add lang natin yung 144 at 7,000 which is 151,000 pesos. Credit cash dividends payable. So, ipag-ano na natin, pagbubuko din natin which is for preference and which is for credit cash dividends payable. Ordinary. Preference is 7,000 nga and for ordinary is 144,000. So, yun ang ating paghahati sa cash dividends payable. So, on August 1, receive payments in full for half of the share subscriptions and partial payments on the rest of subscriptions. Total cash received was 4,500,000 pesos. Share certificates were issued for the subscription paid in full. So, meaning, yun sa share subscription natin which is 2 million, kalahati daw yung binayad sa kanya. Kaya 1 million. And yung 3.5 is magiging partial payments for the rest of subscription. So, ang magiging entry natin is August 1. Debit cash for 4,500,000 pesos and credit subscription receivable for 4,500,000 pesos. So, sabi nga is nagkaroon tayo ng issuance of certificate of full na bayad na half. So, bali magkakaroon tayo ng subscribe ordinary share kasi tatanggalin na natin siya as subscribe. Magiging amounting to 1 million kasi yun daw yung na fully paid na half of full of share subscriptions. Credit ordinary shares amounting to 1 million. So, tapos na. August 5 na. Reissue 2,800 treasury shares at 285 pesos per share. So, dito naman is yung treasury shares natin is in-issue na natin at 285 pesos. Ang cost natin is 300 pesos. Kaya, ang binayad sa atin is below cost. So, ita-times natin ang 2,800 sa 300 pesos para makuha natin ang treasury shares, which is 840,000 pesos. So, magiging debit natin is cash na magiging 28 times 285, which is amount to 798. So, ang ating ipapartner dyan is retained earnings. Kung meron sanang share premium treasury, yun ang ipapartner natin. Kaso wala. Retained earnings natin, ima-minus yung loss, which is 42,000. So, credit natin is treasury shares amounting to 840,000 nga. Next, September 20, pay the cash dividends. So, babayaran na natin yung naging payable natin nung July 20. Debit cash dividends payable for reference amounting to 7,000. Debit cash dividends payable for ordinary shares, which is 144,000. So, binabayaran na natin sila. Kaya mawawala na tayo ng payable. Credit cash 151,000. Nabawasan tayo ng cash. Another for October 10, receive a mobile equipment with a fair market value of 500,000 pesos as a donation from the shareholders. So, meaning, nagkaroon tayo ang corporation ng donation, pero galing siya sa shareholders. May dalawang klase kasi ng pag-donate, which is from inside the corporation and from outside the corporation, which is yung mga ibang company. Kung pag naman inside is yung parte ng corporation. Tinatawag na capital ang nag-donate from inside the corporation at tinatawag na income ang nag-donate from the outside the corporation. So, ang magiging entry natin is debit equipment for 500,000 pesos and donated capital. Credit donated capital for 500,000 pesos. Kasi from the inside the corporation yung nag-donate, kaya magiging capital siya. Another, November 8, declare a 2-for-5 share split for ordinary shares. So, meaning, nung November 8, nagkaroon ng share split. Meaning, yung dating shares na 2 ay magiging 5. So, yung 100 na par value times 2 shares equals to 200 divided by 5 kasi nga, sa dalawang shares ay magiging 5 na. So, ang sagot is 40. Bali, 40 pesos na ang ating par value. And yung shares na 77,000 before ni ordinary shares na issued ay magiging 192,500 shares na ang issued ngayon. Tumaas ang issued shares and bumaba ang par value. So, November 8 is magkakaroon na lang ng memo. Declare a 2:5 share split for ordinary shares. So, another is for November 15. November 15. Declare a 20% share dividends on ordinary shares payable on December 15. November 15. Declare a 20% share dividends on ordinary share payable on December 15. So, meaning, magbibigay si Corpo ng share dividends for ordinary shares lang. Total, nagkaroon ng share split. Ang bagong issued share is 192,500. So, meron nga tayong tirang 2 2,200 shares na hindi pa nare-reissue. So, i-convert natin siya sa 2:5 share split. So, yung 2 na shares na hindi pa nare-reissue, ita-times sa 100 equals 220,000. Tapos, i-divide siya sa 40 para makuha yung bagong treasury shares, which is 5,500. So, yung bago nating issued shares na 192,500, ima-minus natin, minus hindi divide, yung 5,500. Kaya, magiging 187,000 na yung ating outstanding shares. So, yung 187,000 na shares, outstanding shares natin is ita-times 20% natin kasi nga 20% lang yung declare share dividends, amounting to 37,400. So, total 20% yung shares declaration, large dividends siya. Kaya ita-times natin ang 37,400 sa par value, which is bago na yung par value natin na 40 pesos. So, the amount is 1,496,000. So, i-entry na natin siya. Debit, November 15, debit retained earnings for amounting to 1,496,000. And credit share distributable for amounting to 1,496,000. Another, December 1. December 1, reissue the remaining treasury share at cost. So, meaning na benta na ulit yung another na treasury shares na hindi pa nabebenta. December 1. Kaso at cost siya. Yung cost natin before is 300 pesos. Kaya ita-times lang natin yung natitirang 2,200 na shares sa 300. So, debit cash for 2,200 times 300 equals 660,000 pesos. Credit for treasury shares, 660,000 pesos. December 15. Distribute the share dividends. Meaning, na-distribute na yung dividends na hindi pa na i-distribute. December 15. Debit to share distributable for 1,496,000. Credit ordinary shares kasi ordinary shares yung binigay natin. For amounting to 1,496,000 pesos. Another, December 31. Net income for the first year of operation was 5 million. So, nagkaroon ng income. December 31. So, yung income summary natin is i-close natin kaya siya ay debit for 5 million. And ilalagay natin ang ating income summary sa retained earnings. Credit retained earnings for 5 million. So, tapos na ang ating requirement number 1. Tapos na tayong mag-journal entry. So, ang gagawin naman natin is gagawa tayo ng shareholders equity section. So, ito na nga yung ating shareholders equity. Bali, sinulat ko na rin yung mga ating entry, yung mga journal title natin. So, Pen and paper shareholders equity. Preference shares 100 par value, 50,000 shares authorized, 35,000 issued and outstanding. Bali 35,000 lang daw yung na-issued. Bali meron pa tayong unissued na 15. Tapos yung 35,000 natin is ita-times lang natin sa 100 par value para makuha natin yung amount. Bali 35,000 times 100 equals 3,500,000. And yung share premium natin is i-add lang natin lahat ng share premium na nakuha natin, which is 2,675,000. So, i-add natin siya para ilipat natin dito. Bali, ang amount is 6,175,000. And for ordinary shares naman is for total nagka-share split nga, bali ang magiging par value niya is 40 pesos. And na before, 100,000 lang yung authorized, magiging 250,000 authorized. Kaya, pinag-add ko na rin yung mga naging subscribe na nalagyan ng certificate and yung mga share dividends. Bali, naging 204,900 shares total na yung issued and outstanding. Wala nang treasury kasi na-reissue na. 204,900 times 40 is equals to 8,196,000. And yung share premium natin nga, inad-add ko lang yung mga share premium na nakuha from subscribe din, kaya naging 14,425,000. So, add nga yung dalawa para makuha yung amount na i-add talaga. So, ang amount is 22,621,000 pesos. So, yung donated capital natin is amounted sa 500,000 pesos. So, subscribe ordinary shares naman is 1 million na lang kasi nga, na-issue na yung another half na 1 million. So, ang subscription receivable natin is magiging 2,500,000 na lang. Kasi, nagkaroon na tayo ng, nagbayad na sa atin ng 4,500,000. So, minus lang, magkakaroon tayo ng negative 1,500,000. Add lang sila, tas minus, and amount to total share capital natin is 27,296,000. And sa retained earnings natin, nagkaroon nga tayo ng profit na 5 million. So, ima-minus lang natin yung mga dividends and yung loss na sa pagbili sa atin ng treasury. Nagkaroon tayo ng loss nun kasi wala nga tayong share premium. Earnings nga natin is 3,311,000 pesos. So, bali, i-add lang natin silang dalawa para makuha natin yung total shareholders equity. Amounting to 30,607,000 pesos. Yun ang ating total shareholders equity. So, thank you for watching.